When you look at co-hosting, what are typical rates these days that co-hosters, are looking for?
Yeah, I think you would for full scale, like again, when I say property management, I'm like saying like me as a co-host, I do property management, but just legally I'm a co-host. But I would say for like full scale property management, depending on the market, like 20% is probably the most common you're going to see. The range I've seen is anywhere from like 15 to 30% though. And then there are co-hosts who will say like, I just want to help with guest messaging, or I just want to help set your nightly rates, or I just want to schedule cleaners for you. Anything like that, I would see between like 5 to 15%. I charge 25 and I used to do 20% and then I increased it to 25. And the big learning lesson I had there when I increased it was because I decided I want to offer all of the supplies and be like an inclusive service. So I was charging 20% and then I would have to invoice my clients to reimburse for I'd purchase whatever toilet paper, paper towels, coffee, dish pods, all the things. And I would have to invoice the client to reimburse me for that. And I'm like bookkeeping is like torture to me. And so just going through my Costco receipts and highlighting like, okay, this pack of dish pods was for this owner. This bag of trash bags was like for this one. It was just such a nightmare. And I was like, you know what? How about I just increase this to 25%, give me a little bit of cushion and forget it. Like I'm just all inclusive now and I don't have to invoice for any of those things. I do make a little bit of markup on it. If I was like accurate to the cost, I probably should have increased by 2.5 or 3%, but I figured I'm shopping for it. Like I'm the one, managing refills. So we went up to 25 and that's kind of how I offer it now. It's just an all inclusive service in my package.
No, that seems more than fair. How do you typically get clients?
I've done all word of mouth and I'm like proud to say that like I have a podcast, I've got a following on Instagram, I, have my conference. And I think a lot of people would say like, oh, that's how she gets clients because, she's got a name out there. I don't advertise my co-hosting services at all. It's all word of mouth. Maybe I should be, and I should tap into the brand I've built, but I just don't. Like I use my brand to promote my summit and, coaching and podcast, all of that stuff. And so I don't tap into it at all. But I think that that's proof, you guys, like if I can do it, so can you, because I've never put out like a promotional flyer. The closest, like the most marketing I've done was I have a referral structure with all of the realtors in Big Bear. So several of them I've said, if you send me a client, I will give you whatever it is, a $500, kickback or something if they sign with me for a year. That's really the extent of it, but really word of mouth. I would say I think you'll need to do more marketing as a co-host if you plan to go all over the country. But if you want to stay in a local area or, like really build your business in like one market, I think you'd be surprised how quickly it grows just via word of mouth. It's like a couple clients that'll be happy with your service. And then your cleaner, they're cleaning other properties and those owners are going to say, hey, who else do you clean for? Like it really does pick up quite quickly if you do a good job, I would say.
Oh, I totally believe it. Also, I've just realized the best clients are the ones that are referred to you. Like, so you
Yeah.
don't have to go because usually, okay, they're a great client and then they referred me to another client. They probably are the same similar personalities. And
Yeah.
like, I'm looking for people who are laid back and not, overbearing and asking me tons of questions. So, yeah, I can see definitely the referral would be a really smart way to kind of grow your business.
Yeah, I never thought about that. Honestly, for me, it was more like laziness. Like I just never put the marketing campaign together. But you know
Yeah.
what? I like this. This was all part of a strategy, you guys, for me to just get clients that were like-minded. That's what we'll chalk it up to.
Exactly. Talk to me about your coaching. Is it a community? Is it like one-on-one coaching?
Yeah, I stopped doing one-on-one. And I mean, I'm sure a lot of your listeners, I think, who do offer coaching have maybe been through that. Like one-on-one was just so much work and so hard and very hard to scale. And so I've switched to a group model, but I really love it now. Like just transparently, I switched to group coaching for the scalability and just having eyes on like being able to bring in more income. But I actually really believe that what I can offer in coaching now has gotten so much better and so much more valuable to someone in my program because the group aspect, especially in real estate, maybe there's other group coaching programs out there for different topics where community isn't as valuable. I don't know. I can't even think of one though. I think community is valuable in every industry, but like especially here, I mean, right now we have like one girl in my program who she's like looking in the Denver area. And then it was like 2 weeks later, another girl joined who's also in the Denver area and has lived there forever. And I'm like, you two like meet, talk. They've exchanged numbers. They're talking all the time now. I've got two women who connected in the Washington area. One became the other one's realtor, and now they're referring clients to each other. There's been partnerships that have formed in the group, people who come in because they're looking for more investment properties and they don't want to do management. They feel like it's slowing them down. And then I've got other people in the program who want to build a co-hosting business. So boom, you guys can meet and you're off to the races. So it's really fun having the community aspect. So yeah, if there's any coaches out there that are like still clinging on to one-on-one because you think that that's a way to deliver a better product, I would really challenge you to switch to a group model.
Community is so fun too. Like you said, it's so fulfilling too when you're the one kind of putting the network of community together
Yeah.
and you see those, introductions happen and their friends. Like at the end of the day, a lot of people struggle and it takes a lot of time to go find like-minded friends. So you have to go all these different meetups. You meet like, dozens of people. You have conversations that you're trying to get out of because you're like, this is not my person, but you
Mhm.
join a like-minded community and then boom, within a week, you're like, oh my gosh, other people that think like me, and especially if they're in the same area, boom, like best friends. And
Yeah,
so I'm on
and
the other
on
side of that too. So I hear you on this. I love it.
On that note too, I really would like encourage people to just we hear this all the time, so I'm like, beating a dead horse here, but like niche down with who you're talking to. My program is called Host Like a Mother, and it's literally like teaching you how to host as a stay-at-home mom. And I remember thinking like this is way too niche. Like there are a lot of people who want to learn short-term rental stuff that like aren't parents yet, aren't even in a relationship, like that's not even close to their timeline. There might be parents like moms who are looking for a community, but they're not really interested in designer short-term rental. Like I'm really pigeonholing myself, but like to your point, the people who have come in are, I don't know, they'll just meet and like be friends like outside of me, outside of the group, like in the Facebook group, they're talking and they're like, oh, I'm going to be in this person's town. We're getting lunch. And it's like it already just filters out like who your people are. So yeah, that's something too as a coach or service provider or whatever. If you are offering community, like do not be afraid to really niche it down.